Henry, are you there? I was just wondering if you were going to go to Laura's recital today. You do know that it's today, don't you?
Oh, yeah, that's right. She does have her recital today, doesn't she? Shoot, I thought I had written that down somewhere. But unfortunately, I'm actually out of town for work right now, so I really just don't think that I'll be able to make it.
But I already bought up a whole bunch of seats so that she could have a lot of people that she knew there to see her perform. Just think about how sad she's going to be if she sees empty seats while she's playing. Can't you talk to your boss and get someone to take your place on your business trip?
I really don't think that anything like that could be possible by this point. Besides, she already told me she's fine if I can't actually make it to see her. Besides, it's not like it's only her recital. Plenty of other students and performers are gonna be there, so I'm not sure how much she'll worry about empty seats.
I really just don't get how you can act like this. This is your niece that we're talking about here. You're going to miss her moment in the spotlight.
Well, again, I am already away from work, so there is just really nothing that can be done about it.
Well, I just think you should know that plenty of people go on and on about how amazing Laura is on the piano. She has a strong and bright career ahead of her in music. And so that's why I think it is just so important that we are all able to be there in person to support her.
And I have and do support her. I don't think she feels like I don't care about her dreams at all.
And yet here you are making excuses for your work so that you don't have to come back into town and see her play. How do you think that is going to make her feel? Sometimes I really do wonder if you are your CEO father's son, because sometimes you are just nothing like him. But then again, you also have her blood mixed in yours too, don't you? That woman who wanted nothing more to kiss up to the big boss who graced her club with his presence.
Look, I really don't appreciate you talking about my birth mother like that, okay?
I don't see what the big deal is. I'm not making fun of her or anything like that. I'm only telling the truth that we all know. The fact of the matter is that your mom was a greedy little gold digger. And of course, it just goes to show what kind of person she is because she gave your father a son like you. In the end, she was just a nobody who would never go on to do anything.
Look, I understand that my real mom wasn't a perfect person, but I still just don't think this is appropriate at all.
You dare say that to me? The poor second wife of your successful father? Do you have any idea just how much I've sacrificed to bring you up? I'm just grateful that you have a brother like Jack who takes so much more after your father. Unlike you, that is. The only thing that you and your brother really have in common at all is that you look alike. But even so, you still look more like that woman than anything else.
You know, if you really feel that way about my real mom and I, then maybe you should just stop inviting me to family events. I understand that you really hate looking at me since you can see my real mom in my face. I know that neither you nor Dad want anything to do with me, really. So why not just save us both the trouble and leave me alone?
Oh, come now. You know that we can't do that. Appearances are everything in your father's world, and he can't have people going around spreading rumors. Sure, we don't want to see your face, but we still have to tolerate you.
I don't really see why that is when you can just rely on my older brother Jack instead.
Oh, trust me, we rely much more on your brother Jack than we ever would or even could yourself. But still, family events are family events, and you must show up. Do you have any idea the rumors that people might start if they see that you have gone missing all of a sudden? Especially since I'm your dad's second wife. People would start to say that I didn't raise you right or that I wasn't able to become a proper mother to my husband's children.
I really don't think anyone is seriously thinking about you all that deeply, to be honest.
Well, you have no idea how this world works at all, and you're just showing your ignorance now. Besides, you are forgetting all that I've done for you. Just think of how many times I've cooked dinner for you. And just who was it that was paying for you to be able to go to college and study whatever it was that you majored in?
Mom, you made me go to college. I was thinking that I would want to work after high school, but you said that that would shame the family. I never ever asked you to do that for me. And besides, when I did go to college, the school gave me a scholarship for the whole time I was there. Actually, that reminds me, is it only Laura playing today? What happened to Emma? Is she not also playing?
And just why in the world are you asking about Emma all of a sudden? What does she have to do with any of this?
Well, I mean, they are twin sisters, you know. It's kinda natural to ask about both of them. Besides, Emma and Laura both are learning piano, so I just don't understand why one is having a recital and the other isn't.
You really can be such a stupid person sometimes, do you know that? The fact of the matter is that Emma is nowhere near as good as Laura. Honestly, they may be twins, but I hardly understand how the two of them are sisters at all. I mean, really, how can one girl be so smart and the other be so useless?
I really don't think that there's any need to be talking like this about your grandchildren.
Well, I'm sorry, but I have a right to show interest into the useless members of my kin who just take and give nothing back.
I really think that that is just a terrible way to think about your family. I think even you must be able to recognize that.
You really just don't understand anything at all. What about Emma is there to even love at all? She doesn't study hard at all, while her sister has always been the top students. I swear I can show you her records from school and you'll be able to see just how much better one of the girls is compared to the other.
So what? Who cares about grades in school? I don't think that means that Emma is a worthless person or anything like that.
Yeah, I am so sure that someone like you would think something like that, but that's exactly why you and I don't think alike at all. And honestly, the fact of the matter is that if you have enough time to be worrying this much about Emma, then you should have enough time to come to Laura's recital. And one more thing, I think it's high time you realize that every little thing in life is always a competition, no matter what it is. That's a lesson you should have learned a long time ago.
Hey, Mom, did you hear that Jack got into a car accident? It's really, really bad.
Yes, I heard. And I hate to say it, but I think it may be even worse than you thought.
Oh my God! Well, do you know if he's gonna be okay? Is he safe at least? I'm on my way to the hospital in a taxi right now, but there's a lot of traffic.
I'm afraid that your older brother is no longer with us, Henry. He was actually already gone by the time that we had all reached the hospital. Him and his wife.
But he was also in the car with the girls, right? How are Emma and Laura? Are they all right?
Yes, those two are just fine, thankfully. They have some scratches and bruises, but they're just fine otherwise.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess that's a relief to hear at least. But I just really don't know what to say to all of this.
Well, there really isn't anything that can be said about it now, is there? And now your brother, who was supposed to take over your father's company, is gone. In fact, your father was talking to me and trying to make me take on some of the responsibilities of running the company. Can you believe it? Honestly, just who does he think I am? This whole time, he'd always been so reliant on your brother, but I just would have never thought that something like this would happen.
How can you even say that? My brother just passed away and all you can think about is the work that it's gonna make for you?
Well, it's the truth, isn't it? And after all the money we spent on his education, studying abroad, all of that for the sake of him taking over after your father steps down. all of that money and effort down the drain, even after we showed him so much love. And even though his wife wasn't from a rich family or anything, we still let him marry her.
I'm sorry, but it really doesn't sound like you're all that upset about the fact that we just lost Jack.
Well, when you put it that way, I suppose I'm really not all that sad at all. But this is just going to spoil so many plans that I had for us all. Although, I suppose that this just shows your brother was the same as your mother, a no-good loser who wanted to suck up as much wealth as he could from this family before dying.
What in the world is wrong with you? Why would you ever think that that is something appropriate to say? Somebody just died and that's really all that you can say about them? Do you really only care about yourself?
You can say all that you'd like, but I'm just telling the truth. The fact of the matter is that now someone is going to have to look after his children. I can't believe that those two had to go and die, but they had to leave behind their daughters. Just who is supposed to take care of them? I'm certainly not going to.
Please do not talk about those poor girls like that. I mean, they're only 10 years old. Have you even told them that both of their parents have died?
No, of course I haven't gone and told them something like that.
All right then, I guess I can go to the hospital and sit down to talk with them. You just don't do anything.
Of course! That's a great idea! Yes, you should go and tell them about what happened. I hate seeing crying children, and so doing that would just piss me off. And then, since they're twins, it would be like the same little kid crying twice right in front of me. While you're there, why don't you go ahead and take care of them?
Sure, I'll take some time off until the funeral, and I should be able to watch over them during that time.
There you go! At least you're good for something. It's official then. It is going to be your job to watch over those two girls. Hey, Henry, are you there? I was just wondering how the twins are doing. Are they holding up all right after all they've been through?
Well, no, I don't think that I can really say that they're all right after everything, but at least they've settled down a bit more since hearing the news. They've been staying with me ever since they were let out of the hospital.
Well, that's good to hear at least. But you know, I have been thinking about those girls lately, and well, I think that I'd like to take the good child and leave you with the stupid one.
Are you really still going on about this? I really just don't understand how you can talk about your own grandchildren like that. What makes you even want to say things like that?
Again, I don't see why you're getting so upset. All I'm saying is the truth. One of them is stupid and the other is smart. Those are just simple facts.
Well, look, either way, I don't think it's a good idea to try and separate the girls like this. Do you understand?
You really just don't understand anything at all, do you? The fact of the matter is that even Laura looks down on Emma. They may be twins, but that's more of a technicality than anything at this point. And that's why I think that's high time we just face the facts and separate the girls for their own good.
You're going to regret this, Mom. This won't go how you think it will, I can guarantee you that.
Regret? You really think that I'm going to regret doing something like this? You really have just no idea what you are talking about at all. I mean, really, don't you understand that I'm getting the good sister and you're getting the stupid one? I'll be able to make a ton of money off of everything that Laura accomplishes. But I don't really care what you do with Emma at all. Heck, you can throw her into an orphanage for all I care.
You are just horrible! Do you really think that I would ever do that to my own niece?
I just told you that I don't care at all what you do with her to begin with. Anyways, I'm going to come over and pick up Laura from now.
You know, I should probably correct you before you do that, though. After all, Emma isn't stupid.
Wait, what? What in the world are you talking about? Of course she is.
No, you're wrong. Emma is a sweet and really, really sharp girl. While the girls have been staying here, Emma has been nothing but helpful with the chores and other things around the house.
Well, I am just so glad that you've taken a liking to her, but you know that doesn't change anything at all about what I've said. In fact, I think you should recognize that you're in quite the precarious position right now. After all, what is a single man like you doing with two little girls who aren't his living with him? I can't imagine what the neighbors must be saying now that you have those girls over. You really might want to think carefully about keeping them around.
I can't believe that you actually just sent those messages to me. Honestly, these are the daughters of my brother that we're talking about here, and I have every right to help raise them as a way of being a good brother and uncle.
But surely you must be expecting to get something out of this. I know that's why I want to take Laura off your hands. I'm sure she would make a great replacement heir for her father. As for Emma, well, I don't really care all that much what happens to her.
You know, I really don't think that you have any idea what you're talking about. But just don't do anything bad to these children. You need to promise me that. And I don't want to hear later that you want me to give you Emma instead.
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something? I would never, ever want that girl when I'm getting the better of the twins. How many times do I have to tell you that Laura is just so much smarter and all around better than Emma? These are just facts.
And are you really sure that this is what their dad would have wanted?
Of course! I just know that your brother would have wanted me to take Laura under my wing and raise her as if she were my own daughter.
You really are a pain sometimes, do you know that? I really just don't know how to deal with you sometimes.
Well then, why don't you just do what your brother would have wanted you to do and hand over one of his twin daughters to me to raise? You wouldn't want to go against your brother's wishes, right? And just remember the compromising position I could have the police find you in right now.
I don't know how you can treat your family like this. We're all supposed to be working together.
And we are working together. You take the dumb child, and I take the smart one. That sounds like teamwork to me, doesn't it? I told her that you can put Emma in foster care if you want to. It doesn't bother me. The only child of those two that I really care about is Laura. She is the only one with a bright future out of the two of them. Hey, Henry, are you there? I just wanted to say that I heard a rumor that Emma has been accepted into Harvard. Is that really true?
Wait a second. You haven't said a word to me after all of this time, and this is what you start talking to me about?
But well, that's just an amazing school. And I heard that Emma did so well in her program that she was asked to speak at graduation and even interviewed on TV. I just think that's so amazing for her. And as her grandmother, I am just so proud of all that little girl has achieved.
Got it. Well, I'll be sure to go ahead and pass that along to her.
But wait, just 1 second. That isn't all that I wanted to say. You see, I thought it would be a good idea if we could all meet and celebrate her achievements together.
Honestly, what are you even going on about? Do you really think that that's going to work after all the horrible things you said about her? We haven't even talked for years, not since you took Laura away. And now you want us all to meet again?
Well, I was just thinking, and I realized that this is probably what your brother would have wanted. Don't you think he'd want us all to be together? And just think about me as well. You know I'm getting older, and with you so far away and your brother gone, I hardly have anyone to interact with. I need someone to take care of me.
You really do just think about yourself, don't you? So what's the end game for all of this?
Well, Emma is, of course. She's done so well for herself and has achieved so much. If she wants to come and live with me, she can. I'll even pay for her tuition. Now that I know she's actually capable of making something of life, I would love to have her live with me.
Yeah, I really don't think that that's going to be necessary. Thank you, though.
Oh, come on. I know that you must be wanting to get rid of her as well. You must be wanting to get married, right? I know that you don't want to put your life on hold forever just for this girl.
Actually, if you must know, I'm married. I got married 3 years ago, in fact.
Wait a second. You got married? But how can that be? How would a guy who barely earns money like you be able to marry someone? Especially when you're taking care of a kid like some single dad. Are you really telling me that there are women out there in this world who would want to marry a guy like you?
I don't really know what to tell you, but I think I'm actually quite the catch, if I do say so myself.
But, surely Emma must be getting in the way of your love life since she isn't even your real child, right? Please, you have to take her to my house. I'll watch over her.
That is not going to happen. Emma is my daughter now, and I'm not going to hand her over to anyone ever.
Oh, come on. You can't be serious. Just bring her over here and let me meet her.
What are you talking about? Don't you remember what I told you all those years ago? I told you that you wouldn't be allowed to ask for Emma.
I never ever agreed to that. When did I ever say that I wouldn't ever take Emma? Honestly, just think about how good this is for you. Isn't it expensive taking care of a girl like her? I have the means to give her everything that she could want, and I promise to dote on her every single day.
That isn't gonna happen. Besides, you're taking care of Laura. What will she think about that?
Oh, don't you get me started on that girl. I have nothing but bad things to say about her. Obviously, Emma was the right choice from the very start.
Look, I've told you that the answer is no, and that is final. Do you understand?
But you don't understand. That girl, Laura, ever since she started middle school, she has just really fallen off. It's like she's not the girl that I knew at all. And when I tried to make her apply for colleges, she said that she was sick of school and didn't want to apply to go anywhere at all. So I finally kicked her out of the house.
I can't believe that you would do something like that. I knew that I should have never handed her over to you.
Well, I don't really see what the big deal is. The girl is already 18 years old. She's an adult, and that means that I have no more obligation to watch over her. Don't you understand?
Her father died, and I was prepared to take both of those girls, but you insisted on taking Laura.
I know all of that. I was there for it all, thank you very much. And I did that because I thought of everyone in our family. She would show the most promise and might even take over the family business.
Well, now that I know what you've done with Laura, I am certainly not going to bring Emma to you. Besides, I hear that the family business isn't doing so well these days. In fact, I hear it's in quite a bit of trouble.
Well, your father has been telling me that everything is just fine and that there is absolutely nothing to worry about.
And you really believe him? I don't know if you've been following the financial news lately, but it's clear the company isn't long for this world.
What in the world are you talking about? If your dad says that everything is fine, then that must mean that everything is fine, right?
Did you know that my dad met the mom of my brother and I at a club? I wouldn't be surprised if he's still blowing all of his money on vapid things like that.
No, you have no idea what you're talking about. Your husband told me that he would never go out to any place like that again.
I guess even after all these years, you still haven't learned that my dad isn't the kind to keep his promises. But I guess that you'll find out all about that soon enough. Just know that I am never going to let you get near Emma ever again!
You can't do this to me! I am your mother, and she is my granddaughter, and that means that the both of you must do as I say. You can't take this girl away from me!
And why shouldn't I after the way that you treated her sister? You are clearly not a responsible or respectful person at all, and you're going to get what's coming to you.
Don't you dare talk to me that way. You need to show some respect to me. If you do this to me, I'll make sure that your dad leaves you nothing. You'll get nothing. Do you understand me? Hello? Are you even reading my messages anymore? Don't you see how rude you're being to me? You can't do this to me!
After that, I heard through the news that my dad's company finally went bankrupt. Not only that, but they were actually much more insolvent than previously thought. I can only imagine the debt everyone is in now. I told Emma about what I heard regarding her sister, and we agreed to hire a private investigator who was able to track Laura down. Her life certainly had taken a different path after I handed her over, but I promised to take care of her and never let anything happen to her again. Her sister was overwhelmed to be reunited with her twin, and my wife and I were all too happy to gain another daughter. I know that building back the trust I had with Laura will take time, but we're taking things one day at a time. I know that things must not have been easy for her living with my adopted mother, and I can't imagine the pain she must have gone through. As for Emma, she's going to be starting school at Harvard soon and has decided that she wants to become an advocate for child rights. I think after the experience her and her sister went through together, she wants to try and make sure that no child ever has to go through anything like that at all. I think it's a very noble cause and was prepared to pay her tuition to the school. Harvard, however, decided to give her a full ride for all of her academic achievements and background. In the end, I just hope that we're all able to take the proper steps that we need to heal after the ordeals that we have all been through. I don't think the healing is going to be instant, but I know that we all are willing to make the proper sacrifices and adjustments to be there for each other in a way that we weren't able to for so many years. I've since cut off all contact with my parents, especially since they started asking me for money following the bankruptcy. It's true that you can't choose your family at the very start, but with enough time, you'll learn who you do and don't want around in your life. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.